Hello!
Good morning, people of Boston, on this beautiful day of March 31st, 1966.
Welcome to Channel 107 News. My name is Shirley Fitzgerald.
And I am Leslie Jenkins. Thank you for watching. Now today, some of the headliners include Dog Saves Drowning Boy from River.
Ooh.
Tragic. And, fire on Main Street causes family to sue the insurance company. That's going to be risky business right there. Risky business.
Risky. But this just in. This is top news this morning. David Paul O'Brien and 3 companions burned their Selective Service Registration certificates on the steps of the Boston Courthouse. The South Boston Courthouse.
South Boston
South
Courthouse.
Boston. That's way different than North Boston.
It is different than North
A lot different. It says it right there. Anyway, so this is a huge deal.
Huge. It goes against the 1965 Amendment against the Selective Service Act, which clearly states that you cannot knowingly mutilate or destroy your draft card.
And amendments are important. We must
They
follow
are.
them.
We will definitely have to keep you updated. We'll have to see how the United States takes action on this one. Before we get to today's headliners, we want a quick update, you guys, on the draft card burning that happened yesterday at the courthouse.
Yes, Mr. O'Brien was in fact found guilty of burning his draft card.
After the event, the FBI escorted him inside, and he was convicted and tried.
Yep, he happened to do it in front of a bunch of FBI agents, which is kind of stupid.
Ridiculous. People these days, I tell you. People these days.
No mind. No mind.
Absolutely no mind. Well, we will have to see what the U.S. does about that, and if O'Brien will in fact appeal to the court, who knows? We will find out.
We don't know.
Stay tuned later for an interview with Dolly Parton.
Yes, she is in our studio today.
She is, and she will come up and she will sing us a song.
Yes. Goodbye. Do you guys remember when we talked about the U.S. versus O'Brien case? Do you remember that?
Yes, I believe it was about draft card burning.
Yes, it was really risque.
About a year ago, 2 years ago,
Something.
back in '66.
Yes.
Well, in fact, he did appeal. O'Brien appealed to the Court of Appeals.
Yes, he did. He did, in fact, appeal to the Court of Appeals, and today they are going to battle it out.
They will begin arguments because in the Court of Appeals, actually, I will tell you what happened. Well,
Thank you, Nicole.
You're welcome.
Shirley.
He
Leslie. Thank
totally
you.
didn't realize.
Thank you, Leslie.
Okay. Where do I start again? Oh. And I am here to tell you what happened, all about how he appealed.
Yes.
Well, he believed that the 1965 Amendment violated his freedom of speech, which is protected in the First Amendment of the Constitution. And, well, the Court of Appeals thought that he was correct, but they still convicted him. Can you believe that? They still convicted him.
You know, I believe anything these days.
I know. People these days. Well, the United States felt that the amendment was not unconstitutional, so they petitioned for review. And O'Brien was not happy with the sentence, so he petitioned as well. They both petitioned for review. So today they will begin arguing in the Supreme Court.
Scary.
We will have to see how this one goes.
Don't worry, guys. We will keep you updated on what's going on with this case. Today's top news stories are to tell you what flowers to plant during the summertime. Also, our other top news story is to tell you the hottest vacation spots for this summer. Ooh. Where will you go? Jamaica? Bahama?
Who knows? Stay
Come on,
tuned and
pretty
find
mama.
out. And before we continue any further, we once again want to update you on what is going on in this nation's wonderful Court of the Supremes.
Yes. Do you guys remember the case U.S. versus O'Brien?
Well, it's been going on for a few months now, actually, since January, and it finally came to a close last night.
Finally.
Can you believe it, people?
Praise God.
Well, I will tell you the highlights. Let's see. Well, O'Brien was indeed found guilty. He was, that's right, people. He was convicted.
Guilty as charged.
Guilty as charged. And the Supreme Court decided that the 1965 Amendment was not unconstitutional because it did fit a few requirements, such as,
such as the fact that he was arrested because he burnt the card, not because he was speaking out against war. He had other opportunities opportunities.
He did have other opportunities.
Other ways to protest against the war besides burning his draft card.
You can burn a picture of a gun.
You can make a rally with a bunch of people.
You can have a public sit-in.
You can do a lot and lots and lots and lots of different things.
So they found him guilty because he did burn the draft card, which all men over the age of 18 and the age of 18 must have at all times.
Yes. Period.
And here is him today.
Oh, that stinkos.
That stinkos for him.
Blah.
Well, hopefully he will enjoy the next 6 years. And was it really worth that little fire for 6 years in prison?
Let me tell you, it probably wasn't. People,
Probably was not.
keep your draft cards. Don't burn them.
And men, once you turn the age of 18, you must register to be in the draft.
Yeah, the draft. Well, that's our news for this evening. And we'll be back later. And if anything else happens, which nothing will happen.
No,
but
stay tuned and watch us tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.